Okay, the best way to figure out how to make a video is to make a video. So it don't matter if it's a good video or bad video. So could you tell me your name, sir?
My name is Kika.
Good car, lovely name. Uh, I'm Billy Mellon, and I just want to welcome you here to my first podcast.
Yes.
It's May 19th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what format I'm going to use or just anything I find interesting.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about Covid-19. Covid-19. Are you ready? So
Yeah.
we're calling this segment 10 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first question is, Mr. Kid,
Yeah.
you see these ridiculously small little tiny cups that we got here? They're about, what, 2 inches tall? Yeah, so that has replaced the lovely glass cups that we normally get at Wayne's, and also they have replacement cups at Starbucks. So they're tiny now, I guess, because, COVID.
I don't
Anything?
know how it can protect the people from, but the coffee in that tiny cup.
Excellent point, sir. That's actually my first question. How in the hay is these tiny little cups, instead of being glass, they're plastic? So disposable, right? Makes tons of money for the garbage patch out there in the Pacific Ocean. But how does that affect COVID at all? What's your answer for that?
I don't have no idea. They say that so the people should use less the plastic product. Now they try to protect the environment, but now they just everywhere you go, you just see them.
And look at that thing. It looks like Barbie doll size. It's absurd. All right. So that's the first. Here's the second question. Second question is, when you go into a lot of the stores here in Inner Mongolia, which is where we are now, they say mask up, which is fine. And here we're going to do this little thermostat temperature reading, digital thermometer, I think, which of course never works because they don't hold it long enough. Everybody just walks by.
Yes.
And so that's useless. And then they spray some nasty stuff in your hand, which I don't know if you can get a good shot of that, but my hand gets red because I use the cheapest garbage they got.
Yeah.
So now I bring my own lanolin hand wash, and I do it in front of them so they can see that I'm. But let me ask you. Here's the second question. Why do they spray your hands when COVID is supposed to be airborne? In other words, it come out of your nose, your mouth, your lips, out of your mouth, basically. So, how does washing your hands do anything for COVID? That's the second question.
Maybe because they think that the virus stay on top of everything we're touching. That was the thing that spray the hand is better.
Oh, because they're saying that the virus lives outside of the body, huh? Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. A third question. Has COVID ever been isolated in a laboratory? What do you think? Yes or no?
I think so. Yes.
No, actually the answer is false. They have never isolated COVID in any of the tests. And even with the big study they did in some university, can't remember, some Ivy League, they got like 200, 300 samples. 100% of those samples was either influenza A or influenza B. That means it was either flu A or flu B. Not one of them tested positive for COVID because you can't test for something you've never isolated. So there's no isolation. What question? Are we on our third question or four?
For
Okay, number four. How can we trust the liars in the governments all over the world? They're all liars. When we know they're getting paid to release fake data. So when they say there's a sickness over here. Oh, 2 people showed up positive for some fake virus, which we've never isolated. How do we believe them, or should we believe them? What's your feeling about that? The liars in government, should we believe them like all of a sudden?
no,
And why not?
I think because they just can the line to fool the people.
Yeah, there's a lot of financial motivations for them to lie. Certainly. Excellent point. Number 5. How has COVID affected your life personally?
I think it's affecting everybody life. You know, it's social distance, it's link, and everything have to close down.
And you got to wear a mask.
Yeah.
You got to use hand wash for no reason, and they make you stand, like you say, 6 feet apart, which is they put X's on the table so you can sit on this table, but you can't sit on that table.
Yes.
But then the one right next to it is only 2 feet apart, but that's okay because it's a different table. You get the feeling they're making this up as they go. Sir, what do you think? Do you think they're making this up as they go?
I think that's true, and it's ridiculous.
Well, that's it for Billy Mellon. We're about 6 minutes into it. With a little bit of editing, we'll probably get about 5.
Yeah.
I just want to welcome everybody to my podcast. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to thumbs up, and you have a lovely day.
See
And
you guys.
we'll be talking to you soon. I would like to thank my guest, Mr. Kia Carr.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you. Thank you, Mr. Kia. You have a great day.
You too.